Hello and welcome to the Hotkeys podcast. This is a show where we talk about everything pop culture and random in the world. I'm Mick, and joining me, as always, is
Wil Dobratz.
It's just somebody.
Landon Browning.
Wil Dobratz.
And David Parker.
Welcome to the show, guys. It is November the 20th, 2023.
It is September the 20th.
September, sorry. We're
back from the cruise.
I just said that.
We're not even a minute in.
Cruise immediately.
You already invoked the cruise.
It is not November yet. It is September.
Dave, in the description of every single podcast, you should just start off. Well, hear us talk about the cruise every single time. Just the cruise is the first.
I'm going to refuse to talk about it after we go on it.
Only way to hear about it is if you join us.
Plan. Yes, we will not discuss
our Patreon
it
premium package. And our $10,000 a month tier.
You're locked in for a year, though.
Oh, yeah. We cruise for free.
Welcome to the show, guys. Colby's not here today. For whatever reason.
He is not feeling well.
Yeah,
stomach hurt.
Poor baby. Hopefully he feels better. Oh, maybe not.
Whatever.
Well, I'm
sure it'll be fine.
Everybody deserves to be healthy. So.
Colby, when you listen to this, I'm sorry you don't feel well, and I hope you feel better.
Oh, I am too. Of course, I'm always.
Why'd you say it like that? Like the rest of us don't want the same thing.
I already sent Colby a letter.
All of us said we hope Colby feels better.
A handwritten note.
I sent him a telegram. Wishing him
Morse code.
Wishing him a recovery.
Oh yeah, I'll send him a pigeon.
A pigeon message?
Yep.
Carrier pigeon?
Or owl post.
Owl post.
Okay. We're 2 minutes in, so Harry Potter is on the table.
The Michael episode.
I like this podcast. Speaking of Michael episode, so my name is Mick. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. What have I been up to lately? I've been up to watching Ahsoka, Disney Plus Star Wars show.
I haven't watched it yet.
So how good is it? On a scale of Book of Boba Fett to Andor?
Wait, where's Obi-Wan on the scale? Obi-Wan.
I think Obi-Wan is below Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Obi-Wan.
Yes.
No.
Yeah. 100%. No. Yes.
Obi-Wan, like every episode,
Obi-Wan's
Obi-Wan
better
was
than
like
Book
if
of
there was
Boba
a
Fett.
gun within reach. Like,
Okay, so Book of Boba Fett. I think there's.
maybe the
there's
Vespa
two good
scooter scene
episodes.
and like Boba Fett made me want to die.
There's two episodes in Book of Boba Fett that are really good. There's two episodes in Obi-Wan Kenobi that are also really good.
No.
I don't think there's any good episodes in
Boba Fett
Obi-Wan.
had the scooter gang.
Obi-Wan
I
made me
liked
want
the
to
first
die.
episode and the last episode of Obi-Wan. I liked it.
No.
No?
Not bad.
I mean, everything with Vader was good.
Nah.
Yeah.
I mean, not everything, but I would say
Mostly.
mostly.
If I could erase the memory of watching the show, I would.
Okay, whatever. If you Book of Boba Fett,
Book of Boba Fett.
Obi-Wan,
No.
more like Obi-None.
That's what I'm talking about.
okay, Obi-Wan / Boba Fett to Andor, right? Where we all agree Andor's the best Disney Plus show.
I would agree.
I mean,
Andor is
after
the best.
Captain America and the Winter, or whatever, Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Oh,
Best Disney Plus show. I mean, if we're talking about Star Wars, though, I mean, yeah, of course.
stop.
I would
can't
say,
take it,
I mean, Andor, yeah, that's got to be my favorite Disney Plus show. I think more than any of the Marvel stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've said this. I probably have on the show. Andor is the best Star Wars ever in general. Better than the original trilogy. Better than any of the other shows. And better than
Rise of Skywalker.
Better than Rise. It's hard to believe.
I'm pretty sure I agree with that statement, by the way, Will.
Yeah, Andor probably is the best.
Yeah,
It took me a couple episodes to get into it, but after that,
it's man.
I really like Andor. I still like the original trilogy better, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think it's somewhat of a hotter take, but
Yeah.
I agree. Anyway, so on a scale of Book of Boba Fett / Obi-Wan / whatever garbage you want to put, Rise of Skywalker or whatever, I don't know, to Andor, how would you? Is it closer to Andor? Kind of maybe a Mando season 2, or is it?
I would say it's way closer to Andor.
Okay.
The thing about Andor had like just such solid, good writing, good dialogue, and everything. The thing with Ahsoka is it plays off of and builds off of so much of what came before, with specifically with what Dave Filoni has worked on with Star Wars, and it's done incredibly well and with a lot of respect to the characters. and it feels like it does have that good writing, but there's something more just Star Warsy about it to me than Andor is. So I would say I do like Ahsoka better than Andor. But yeah, it does feel more, I think, blockbustery than Andor did. Which, is just a difference. But no, it's really good. And especially since if you had seen Rebels before and even Clone Wars episode, it definitely pays off, I think, better. I think the show would still be enjoyable if you hadn't seen those before, but it definitely, I think, helps out.
Where does the timeline take place? Is it like it's same with
It's
Mando?
around, I guess not even technically current Star Wars, but that Mando.
I wish it was current Star Wars.
I do too.
We could just like
There would be so many more possibilities that we could
be so excited.
be excited for. Now we have to. The rise of the First Order is not a maybe. It's a definite thing that's going to happen, and it feels so restrictive. Yeah. But anyway,
but no, it's just Dave Filoni just really knows what he's doing with Star Wars. He really, I think, should be in charge of all of Lucasfilm, honestly.
But Kathleen,
Kennedy, especially with these last 2 episodes that came out, the one before he actually directed, and I don't want to spoil anything, but it just his attention to detail and the fact that Ahsoka was his creation. He created Ahsoka with George Lucas. It just really shows how much he likes and enjoys the Star Wars universe and likes playing in it. I feel like some other creators don't have that same kind of passion that he does. And so that shows a lot with the Clone Wars, Rebels, and now Ahsoka. But like Rosario Dawson is really great in the role. I think probably my favorite character in the show right now is actually one of the antagonists, who he's not a Sith, but he's definitely not a Jedi anymore. And he has a Padawan, and his character is just so compelling and interesting. It reminds me a lot of the writing from Andor.
Is this the character? What's this? Is this the guy that passed away?
Yeah, Ray
Stevenson.
Or
no?
Yeah, Ray Stevenson. Yeah. He's, I think, probably the best character in the show. And not to say like there's bad characters really, but he's just so compelling, and just his what's driving him is just really, really interesting, and he plays it just really well too.
Yeah,
which again is a bummer that the actor passed away, but yeah, especially this last episode. I mean, there's just so much payoff and callback stuff. It doesn't feel like fan service. It just feels like a natural continuation of where like Rebels left off, and I guess a little bit with Mando, since Ahsoka was kind of in a little bit of season 2.
So if I have not watched the Rebels at all, I have no knowledge of Rebels other than some like basic spoiler stuff about what characters show up. Am I going to enjoy? Well, 2 questions. 1, am I going to enjoy Ahsoka? And 2, would you recommend? Could I watch Ahsoka and get everything, or should I really just watch Rebels and then watch Ahsoka?
You should watch Rebels first, and then Ahsoka. And Rebels it doesn't take that long. They're short episodes. I think there's only 4 seasons. You can go through it pretty quick.
Isn't Ahsoka really big in Clone Wars though too?
She was really big in Clone Wars, but a lot of this is more of a direct continuation of what happened in Rebels.
Oh, okay.
I would still suggest watching Clone Wars. It's going to take a lot longer.
Yeah.
There's a lot. There's like 7 seasons. Some of them are like 20 something episodes.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you get filler stuff in there, and there, I think there's guides online that you can look up of like, I want the most story important episodes
Take
to
out
watch.
The Jar Jar Binks episodes and the C-3PO episodes and the R2 saves the day episodes.
Oh, dude, no. Please stop.
But yeah, no, I would.
I can't.
At the top of the list, I would definitely recommend watch Rebels first, then watch Ahsoka. If you don't do that, I think you'd still get enjoyment out of Ahsoka, but there are just a lot of kind of important things that I think you would be a little confused on and missing, that really, it just amplifies Ahsoka that much more. So that being said, I'm really enjoying the show. And there's only, I think, 2 episodes left.
Are they doing another season?
I don't know if they've confirmed that or not. It's possible. I know that eventually the movie that Dave Filoni is directing is kind of a wrap up of all of this era that we're in right now. So Mando, Boba Fett, Ahsoka, and kind of putting that into a movie some way.
That'll be interesting.
Gosh, yeah, and the main villain is so cool.
Is it spoiler to say? I think I know who the main villain is, right? Is it not who I'm thinking?
I don't know who you're thinking.
Thrawn? Is it Thrawn?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's big in Rebels, so that's a big reason why I'd watch Rebels.
Yeah.
And yeah, his presence is just like, I wish that they continued that into the sequel trilogy. That would have been way more impactful.
You know, the balls, if they just had the balls
Yeah.
to just retcon that, you know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
gosh, that'd be great.
would people be that mad?
There's some sequel fans out there. There are some sequel fans out there.
I mean, I like, they're not, I mean, like, I don't like them that much, but like, I'm trying to be nice. Like I don't like any of them really.
Well, yeah. I think there's some people that would be mad. There's people that are mad at everything. Disney could sneeze and people would be up in arms.
Disney's terrible.
Yeah.
Say no to the mouse.
Think of the South. I just makes me think of South Park. Get on the stage.
Yeah, no, I would recommend watching Rebels, then watch Ahsoka.
I have almost no free
Well,
time, so
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't believe you.
How's your hip?
Wait, my hip. I'm off crutches.
How's your hip, old man?
I feel like I'm pretty much like I feel like I'm essentially 100%.
Have you tried the splits yet? 'Cause that's the ultimate.
That would
test.
absolutely kill me.
That's the
Like,
ultimate.
So I can walk. I can do most things. I'm not supposed to squat. I can like pull my. I can go about to here without much pain. So I'm at like I think I can do like 130-degree angle, and they want me to get to like 140.
Oh, damn.
So it's still there, and there's a little bit like going super far in or out is painful.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not supposed to run or do anything too crazy, but I can walk around. I can carry stuff. I can.
Did they give you specific exercises you're supposed to be doing?
Yeah, I'm going to physical therapy twice a week, which I'm being a menace at physical therapy.
Do you have to play with clay with your
Wait,
hip?
how are you being a
So what do
menace
you-
at
what do you
physical
mean
therapy?
being a menace?
What does that mean?
What is that? Yeah.
Let's
I go
define
in,
our terms. What is a menace?
a phantom.
Somehow Landon has returned.
Can you just explain what you meant?
So like I go in there and I bug them every time. I'm like I think I'm good. I'm pretty sure I'm good to go back to work. Like I do like stuff like that. I'm just like, oh, look at that, I'm healed. I'm like, and then like they have this like board. There's two people in the office. There's the actual physical therapist, and there's this receptionist lady who's like older. So like the first time I walked in, like to do my first thing, like the receptionist lady, she's like, I'm getting this voter board ready for fall. Like we're gonna vote on our favorite fall snack. Like so there's like apple pie, there's like pecan pie, and the very bottom there's like candy corn. I'm like, I looked at it, I'm like, just take that off the board. I'm like, nobody wants to eat that crap.
I like candy corn.
Do you?
I
It's
do.
disgusting.
I like it.
Is it your favorite fall snack?
No, but
Okay, there you go.
It's disgusting. And she's like, well, if you eat it with salted peanuts, it tastes like a payday. And I'm like,
why
I
not
haven't
just eat a
I haven't,
Payday?
I haven't eaten a payday, since I made enough money to make, buy a better candy bar.
whoa, hey, paydays are good.
Like,
Are you just flaunting your wealth? Is that what you're doing? That's what I heard.
well, I can afford a Snickers bar. Yeah, I can afford a Milky Way.
I'm not
Bow-
disgusting and poor anymore. I can,
Rich man over here can afford a Snickers.
Yeah, I don't need a payday.
I don't need no peanut.
And I looked at her and I'm like, okay, if you have to mix, she's like, to make candy corn good, you have to mix it with another snack. Is it good then? Or
this
is it
is
not
the
good?
first thing she said to you.
This was an argument we're having.
Well,
Discussion. We're having a debate.
She only said that
You're
when
arguing
you
with-
talked about how bad candy corn was. Like she's not saying, "Oh, it's
Then-
only good if you have
She was
it."
defending it.
with-
She was like, it's really good. Like, I looked at her and I'm like, nobody's gonna vote for candy corn. I said that. I'm like, nobody's gonna vote for it.
Yeah,
So
I think you
like-
are a menace. You're right, Landon.
So okay, so she mixed the candy corn and the peanuts together and like gave me some and I ate it. And I'm like, it's okay, but like it's still not good. Like, and I came back in like a week later and there was votes on the board and I'd written yuck next to candy corn. On the board.
What is wrong with you?
So you're not a menace. You're just a douchebag.
And make funny. They actually both the people were really like,
You
I'm
get
being
it
funny.
in permanent marker too.
I'm being funny. I'm messing with these people.
Okay.
So then today
They're
I
going
came
home
in.
crying.
You think
Today
it's
I came
funny,
in.
but they're like, wow.
They're like, this dude like hates candy corn. Like,
You really
what
are
the
an old man.
So that's
Messed up hip. You're like
today-
angry at everybody.
Today I went in and like when I was done, like I was
like that Tom Hanks movie.
I'm
We
like
don't
driving
talk about
myself
Otto or
like,
whatever is that? What is it? What is the movie called?
It's something like that.
Sorry.
The man called Otto.
It's a newer movie, right?
Yeah, it's basically like if the Grinch was like Tom Hanks, and like he meets this new family, his heart just gets all warm. Landon.
So I go in today, and Aubrey gave me a ride to physical therapy today.
Who's Aubrey?
My girlfriend. And my new thing is like I told her, I'm like, you know what? I'm like, candy corn was up to 5 votes. There was 5 votes for candy corn on the whiteboard. So after I was done with my appointment, I was sitting in the chair waiting for her to pick me up, and like the physical therapist was helping another person, and the reception lady was talking to me, and then she turns, she's like, I'm gonna go put this belt back. So she turns her back and walks away. I lick my finger like erase one.
Oh my god!
What is wrong with you?
Dude. So my goal is every time I go in, I'm gonna try to like erase one vote for candy corn.
So you're seeing that people would select it, would choose it as their favorite, and you're.
I'm silencing the people.
You're tampering evidence. You're tampering
Voter
evidence.
fraud. Voter fraud.
Stop count. Stop the count.
You're not letting life play out naturally.
No. Yeah.
You just wish you could go to the actual person and lick your finger and wipe it on them and erase them.
What?
Because they're the actual problem.
Yeah, they voted for candy corn.
Yeah.
They walked up to a board.
Oh.
Someone walked up to a board with like apple pie, pecan pie, like
What other stuff is on
snickerdoodles, like there was like 6 other better options. And at the very bottom, like, candy corn. Like it's like, who's gonna vote for that? A child, maybe? Perhaps
At
a
least
child.
5
I was
people.
high up 4.
Now 4.
So how many of our listeners do you think like candy corn above the rest? And how many listeners do we just lose because you're making fun of them?
You know, if you like candy corn, I don't want it. Their numbers dropped from 10 to 0. Yes, I'm being a menace at physical therapy.
Dude, it's
If
not
you
the
wanted
only
to play
place
that
you're
as
a
a
menace.
menace.
You're a menace here.
Dave, do you like candy
Hobbling
corn?
home.
Yeah, I do. It's not my favorite. I wouldn't say it's my favorite fall snack.
It's good, right?
You wouldn't vote for it, though?
What were the
You vote
other
for
options?
Apple pie, pecan pie. There was like some kind of cookie, and there was like one other
Pumpkin
thing.
pie?
I think pumpkin pie was on there too. There was like 6 options.
Okay, but
I'll take a picture of the
those are
board.
Pies, and if you don't like pies, you're kind of.
I'll take a
I
picture
would
of the
probably
board
choose
back
candy
there.
corn over those pies.
Time to.
I wish everybody
just
listening could
destroyed
see
Landon.
Landon's face. Like, I saw Landon's face for like
His face
split
looked
second.
like
I can't
candy
even
corn.
look at Dave. I can't even roast out right now. It's disgusting.
I don't like pecan pie, but
What?
I don't like pecan pie.
Really?
I do.
I don't like pecan pie.
You don't either? I've only had it one time. I thought it was delicious.
I do like
Apple pie is
though.
okay.
It's okay.
And I tried pumpkin pie again last year, and I actually liked it. I felt like I didn't like it for a long time.
I've only think I've had one bite of pumpkin pie. In my
Haven't tried pumpkin pie in a while, but I want to. I want to try it again.
Get it from Costco too. So
Oh, the 900-pound.
yep,
Like for like $3.
yep.
I like-
It lasts all season.
I like blueberry pie.
Blueberry pie.
Blueberry pie. Blueberry pie.
What is the,
Sergeant Blueberry Pie of Johnson reporting for duty.
it begs the que- what
My
is the
secret
best
mission?
pie?
Sorry, sir.
Yeah. My secret mission is investigating for corruption.
Sorry, sir. What a great video.
Back of fools.
Who do you think
I
am?
For anyone wondering,
were gone for a
we're
second.
quoting. It's Key and Peele and
I'm a human being.
what's that guy?
I don't know the other guy.
Key and Peele
It's,
and his last name's Wong.
He's
it's
a
either
YouTuber,
Jimmy or
right?
Ken. Yeah.
No.
What?
It's the rocket jump.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your guys' favorite pie?
Banana cream.
Really?
I don't know. I'm not a huge pie guy.
You're not?
I'm pie guy.
I think Cyrus O'Leary has like a sour lemon cream pie. It's like a lemony.
Ooh, I like lemon meringue pie.
Anything lemon. Like
Key
lemon.
lime pie.
Key lime.
Key lime's good too.
Key lime's really good.
I like lemon. Like I just like lemon in general. Like lemon flavored things.
Just stop. Lemon pie is really good.
Peach pie is good.
We get the point. You don't have to go feral on this.
Peach pie. I don't know if I've ever had peach pie.
Peach pie is good. Pretty much any fruit pie.
Go for a slice.
Yeah.
Cherries.
Right now?
Slice pie and a cup of coffee.
Never going there again.
Did you say you saw a mouse the last time?
I saw a mouse running in the kitchen.
I don't even care. Even if that was true, which it's probably not.
Really?
Why would Michael lie?
I don't know. Why would he? I don't know.
Why would I?
I don't know. I have no idea. But like, even if it was true, even if 10 mice ran by, I'd still eat a cherry. I'd still go to slice pie.
No,
I don't
No
care.
way.
I don't care.
You are such
that place
you
could
are
literally be
such a
Ratatouille.
freaking hypocrite and a double standard
I don't
person.
care.
That because be Ratatouille, and you'd still go there.
You don't go to Golden Corral, but you would go to
no.
Sherry's with pet mice running
Golden
around on
Corral
the
has nothing
floor.
to do with the sanitary conditions. It has everything to do with the people. Like,
Hey, how about you elaborate on that?
What do you mean? What do you mean by people?
Yeah. What do you mean by people?
I bet they
just
like candy
gross,
corn.
man.
there.
It's like,
Golden
Okay.
Corral.
What's wrong with the people that go to Golden Corral? It's just another restaurant.
same people go to Walmart.
Whoa.
I'm just-
Canceled.
I'm sorry. Golden Cross.
You want to elaborate on that?
Golden Cross stresses me out. Okay.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Why?
I go to Golden Corral and I go to
You go to
Walmart. So.
I hate Golden Cross. It stresses,
Like,
it stresses
guilty as
me.
charged.
It stresses me out. Golden Cross stresses me out
Why does it stress you out?
because it's like the whole like.
You freaking Gen Zers nowadays. You just can't handle anything.
Well, like I go there and it's like I don't like it. Feels like it's like I go there and like you pay what is it like $25 or something or $22.95 or whatever the price is, and then they're like, you know what? The best way to eat here is to stuff your effing face with as much food as you can to get your money's worth. I'm like, I don't
know what sign.
And then like
you're
everybody's
when
bragging
you
about
go
like
there.
I had 8 plates of food. I had 9 plates, and I'm like, yeah.
Who's bragging
I kind of just want 1 plate
What?
of food. Like, you
What
know,
are your What are your
Can I
experiences?
just have 1 plate of food?
What are your experiences going to Golden
I've only been there
Corral?
like twice, and both times were like terrible. Like, there's like 80 million choices. Like,
So is it the
all
Costco
bad.
of restaurants?
well, because Costco offers like
Costco
semi
is a
decent products. Like,
But I thought your entire
Dude,
complaint was that
Landon's
people are
turn,
buying in bulk,
Landon's
right?
180 with Costco has been so annoying.
I don't go there that often.
That was your original critique, right? You have everybody buying in bulk, and Golden Corral is everybody eating in bulk. When are you gonna 180 on Golden Corral? That's the question. Because you want to eat it on
Probably
Costco.
never. Costco is just like the gears of capitalism ground me down. Like it's it's not my fault. I snapped. Nobody's perfect.
So when are the gears of the American restaurant industry going to grind you down to Golden
I don't know,
Corral level?
when I did, like I don't know when I decide that like I don't mind shoveling 8 plates of food in my mouth like one sitting. Like,
Hey, could be today.
Sounds fun to me.
Could be tomorrow.
we don't know.
You never know.
A couple years from now, in episode 400 or whatever, in like 4
Yeah.
years, I'll be like going to Golden Corral for episode 400, recorded live. Like,
Watch me stay here for the entire day.
I'll eat 1 plate of food for every new Patreon subscriber. Like, 3 plates. Like, no way. Golden Crow, it's horrible. Golden Crow's terrible. It stressed me out. I don't even know how I got on this. We're talking about pie. We're talking
We're
about
talking
pie.
about pie.
Talk about pie.
Talking about overindulgence.
Talk about blueberry pie.
We were talking about sherry. We were talking about the mouse and the standards.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you brought up
I won't
the
eat one.
hypocrisy with Golden Corral.
Yeah.
It's a different thing. It's totally different.
That's-
Because I won't eat at Canaan Buffet anymore. Because I know I know you'll die there. Like I'm pretty sure. I can't believe we all survived eating there. Like a
We
mouse.
still have our booth.
We still are.
It's waiting for us.
There's dust. It's like half an inch of dust. Like, that one.
Reserved.
Did they close or are they still kicking?
They're still repping. I think you could buy like groceries from there now too.
What?
There's like some kind of like online like you can buy.
Buffet groceries?
No, I think it's like more like Asian type. Like you can buy like Asian groceries there, like more niche like products. Like how they have like Asian, like they have like the Asian World store.
Yeah.
I think you can buy like more.
Oh,
those kinda,
interesting.
like food products.
Let's go there.
Yeah. Return. The return.
I don't know. I mean, we all were able to survive there in like our teens and like early
Are we gonna
20s.
risk
I don't
it
know
again?
if my gut can take it anymore. I'm kind of washed up.
I'm sure you just have to avoid certain things.
Would you rather eat candy corn or go to Canaan Buffet?
I'd go to Canaan Buffet over eating candy corn.
So ask the next question, Michael.
Would you rather eat candy corn or go to Golden Corral? You know what? I'm gonna go to your physical therapy office and I'm gonna write in Golden Corral, and I'm gonna check it a bunch of times.
You know what? I'll also go to that physical
Thank you,
therapy
Will.
office.
I'm gonna go to the physical therapy office and rat you out. And say,
was
I
so
have an
smooth.
insane
I was so
friend
smooth.
who comes in here and is erasing votes.
I told the physical therapist I was going to do it. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to start erasing votes off.
Yeah, but they
Everybody
thought
look
you
at
were
it.
joking.
That's what
They
they
didn't
say.
think you would actually do it because that's a crazy thing to do.
You belong in an insane asylum, especially with that laugh, dude.
How can you
What
be
the heck's wrong with you?
simultaneously like 80 years old and like a toddler? I don't understand.
I was so smooth. Nobody saw. So
They're gonna look at their security camera and go, "Huh?
Yep, that's him.
What?"
I hope they refuse you service. I really hope they do.
go back to work.
You're
I think both of them like me. I actually had a very.
mean?
I had a very. I
you
think
said you were a menace.
but I'm funny. I'm being funny with them.
Yeah, I'm sure they're laughing.
They all laugh.
all
They
the
laugh
way.
a lot. They laugh a lot.
They laugh a lot.
Yeah.
Is it kind of like the haha laugh?
No, I think it's genuine laughter.
Like the time when you said the miso soup joke at QQ's, like that kind of
No,
laugh.
hey. There was no need to bring that up.
The people need to know.
That was a private interaction at that table.
Yeah, and the waitress went haha, and just left. Got out of there so fast.
I just remember looking at Ben, and Ben like wanted to die.
That was a great day.
I did actually have a weird interaction with the receptionist today before I erased the vote from the candy. I showed up, and there was a man outside the place, like doing some form of drugs. He was doing some form of drugs, and
Like,
I'm
about
how
right.
hard drugs.
considering he was wearing sweatpants that were inside out. I'm pretty sure it wasn't just marijuana. So
Was he also shopping at Walmart?
I don't think he was shopping anywhere, to be honest.
He was shopping at a different plane of existence.
And for people that wanted to know what kind of people I'm talking about fat white Americans for both the categories. So
Why they gotta be white?
because that's the category of people I was talking about.
Brought race into this.
Yes, I did.
Why they gotta be white?
And the guy was like doing drugs, so I'm like sitting on like the.
Do you think this person went to Walmart or Golden Corral?
I bet his pockets were just full of candy corn.
He couldn't put anything in his pockets because his pants were inside out.
No, you can reach in your pants.
It's like having like a medieval like little sack of your stuff. Some modern day equivalent.
What a visual image. What a visual image.
Oh, you must be wealthy. Your sack is filled with candy corn.
Sack is so full.
Crying.
So I go in, and the first thing I do is I talk to the receptionist, and like my first thing to do is like sit on like the recumbent bike and just like pedal for like 8 minutes.
Mhm.
And so she's just standing there chatting with me because like this is like my 6th or 7th time being in there. So like I have like a rapport with these people. They know I hate candy corn. They know I want to go back to work. And that's about it.
So they don't know you?
Personality.
The only thing they know about you.
About like other things.
Candy corn.
It's all that matters. So I'm sitting there pedaling. I'm pedaling the bike, and like we're just chatting about like we're both just talking about the guy out there. Like I'm like, I wonder what he's up to. I'm like, he's just doing some kind of fun form of drug. And the lady goes, she's like, can it really be like, is fentanyl that good? Like, is the high that good? Is it worth just throwing your entire life away for? And then she looks at me and she's like, I really like sex. And I'm like, I'm not kidding. Like, these are words that came out of her mouth. This lady's like probably 55, maybe like 58. Like, and she just looked at me and she's like, I really like sex, but she's like, but like, I mean, once, you hit a peak with it, it's all the buildup, and then, it's not, it's not everything. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, I really like sex too.
But you should have said, can we go back to talking about candy corn?
Did you say that?
I'm pretty sure
All you should have said was, I want to go back to work and I like candy corn.
And I like sex. It
was like-
pillar number 3 of Landon's personality.
I didn't know what to say. Like, what are you supposed to do when like a 55-year-old woman that you don't like know that well just tells you like she's like, I like sex?
Well,
Like,
it sounds like she might be coming on to you. So you have
I
two
literally jokingly on the way to physical therapy, I told Aubrey, I'm like, yeah, I think the receptionist has a crush on me, like just jokingly.
Well,
and then like
Next time you
20
go in,
minutes later-
bring her a little fentanyl,
be like, make a choice.
to lighten the mood.
In the right hand, candy corn. In the left hand, fentanyl.
And then more people just kept congregating. Like the guy was joined by like 3 or 4 comrades, and they
comrades.
they proceeded to exchange goods and services. I believe.
What do you mean?
I mean, they were dealing drugs. And then they call like the property manager.
Well, they could have been dealing candy corn.
Yeah, the other guy comes up and he looks like Robin Hood. You have Friar Tuck. There's Saxiv.
So I had an awkward. Actually, it wasn't that awkward. It was just kind of funny interaction with the receptionist today.
I would say that's awkward.
I didn't think it was that awkward. I thought it was funny, but like it was definitely like took me a little bit aback. Like, because she like if you saw her, she looks like librarian type. You know what I mean? That kind of like aesthetic, like very like bake you cookies like type thing, and then she basically was just like talking like, okay, I'm like, what are you up to tonight? Like you doing what you like to do? Like what's going on? Like, and she was like alluding to like she really
So
likes weed and, like,
is she coming on the cruise?
dude?
Did you invite her?
Not yet. I'm a little note. Sorry about the candy corn.
So what did you vote for?
I believe it was either apple pie or pecan pie, one of the two. I actually can't even remember what I voted. I was the first vote though.
You're such a candy corn hater that you just don't remember what you voted for.
It's not about what I want winning. It's about candy corn losing.
You're literally like General Hux from The Rise of Skywalker. Like,
I'm the
I
spy.
don't care who wins. I just want candy
I'm the one
corn.
that's been racing.
I'm the one that I'm the spy.
That means you're gonna have a really crappy death.
Probably. They're gonna kick me in the
spy. My gosh.
like it could be anybody else. Yeah.
Well, that sounds fun. Good time.
Yeah. Physical therapy. It's always the highlight of my day. I'm their favorite patient. I know I am.
Okay, that's enough.
You're probably like
You've
they
talked.
probably rolled
You've
their,
talked
probably rolled
enough
their eyes
this
when you come
episode.
in. Like you
Landon.
walk in the door, they roll their eyes and they turn on their personalities. They're like, how's that candy corn doing for you? Like they like dread when you hobble into the door every single day. I guarantee you,
There's not much hobble because I'm all better.
you're all better.
Gotta go back
You don't
to
need
work.
them.
Told them it's time to go back to work.
Pillar one of Landon's personality is shining through.
Oh man.
So what have you been up to, Dave?
I've been playing Baldur's Gate quite a bit. I've been enjoying Baldur's Gate quite a bit.
I have two.
I think that's all I've been playing. I'm trying to actually, I've been playing a lot of board games lately too. Bree and I've been playing a lot of board games, so that's been a lot of fun. Tonight we played Lords of Waterdeep. If you guys know that game,
That sounds familiar.
it's like a worker placement
Why would I know
game. Takes place in the D&D universe. It's really fun.
Who won?
Well, we're halfway through, so
Who's winning?
I think Bree's winning.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, we played a couple days ago, and she also beat me. So it is her game, so she's pretty good at it.
So she cheats.
No,
Knows the ins and outs.
no, I didn't say that.
You implied it though.
No, I did not.
For those, you can't see this, but Dave looked at us all and he was like,
He winked.
yeah, he winked.
Giant.
Yeah, like massive. Yeah.
With his one giant eyeball.
There was no implication.
Dave's got a massive wink. Is that what you're saying?
So Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate, really, really good. I'm
Massive.
I'm enjoying it immensely. I just finished Act 1.
How does it compare to the older Baldur's Gate?
Well, I didn't
that we
play.
played.
I didn't play the original PC Baldur's Gates. I played the ones that were on PlayStation, which were action adventure ones. This one is turn based like the originals.
Oh, jeez.
CRPG.
Yeah.
Your favorite kind of game?
I love turn-based combat.
No, yeah, we already know Michael does not like turn based combat. But I've been enjoying the story immensely, the way all the characters interact with each other, and the possibilities of how you can branch with certain storylines and with certain characters seems so unlimited at times, which is really cool.
One of my favorite things about the game is you'll just be randomly walking through an area and it'll contain something important to a character. Mm-hmm. And you'll have a conversation with that character and you get to know a bit about them. So when you're constantly going through, you're exploring, you're also getting to know the characters around you. Things happen seamlessly and naturally. Like I was walking by a statue in like Shadowheart, which is one of your companions. She is like just staring at the statue, and then something else happens, and you have a quick conversation about it, or maybe you'll pass a check or something, and you'll be able to get to know her a little better. So by actually exploring the world, you're kind of seamlessly knowing more about these characters. Like I came across a dead pig that looked like it should have been fine, but it was just dead.
The sanguinated pig or whatever it was called.
And this nerd is like, oh, don't, like this Asterion, hate his guts, but he was kind of like, oh, let's move on. It's just a pig, and then you can inspect the pig a little further and get to know something about it. So
Get to know it a little bit.
Well, let's just say it's kind of. I think it's an important detail for his character. So
Yes.
What did he do to the pig?
Do you want to know?
do you want to know?
Sure.
It's a spoiler
It's just kind of a spoiler.
about his character.
Don't spoil it. No, you can't spoil it.
I mean, how big of a spoiler we're talking?
It's probably not that big of a spoiler.
I don't think it's that big of a spoiler because I think if you select him in the character screen, I think it says
Yes.
because
Yeah.
I went back to like look at character creation because I was like, who are the other like starter characters that I didn't choose? And I was just really curious. So I went back to that screen and I looked and I read like the bios of all the characters and I was like, oh, they say that right there? Like, oh gosh. But anyway, he sucked the blood from the pig because he is a vampire.
Oh,
Yeah.
vampires are cool.
Yes.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know, I've only rested at camp once, but you can see him walking out of camp as you fall asleep. It's kind of a cool detail. I don't know.
Can you
if
not
that's
take
important.
him with you during the day?
No, you can.
No, you can. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Part
So-
of his thing is he's like, yeah, it's weird. I don't know why I can be out in the daylight, but
Still not a real vampire. Okay.
Well, there are weird things happening to your
there's a
character.
lot of weird things happening to all the characters because of how the game starts. So,
Yes.
but
So, if... Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think it's easy to forget how far games have come in certain ways, just because of what we're used to now. But I really appreciate the voice acting in particular in this game. The performances are really good, and to the point like it almost takes me out sometimes. Where I was like, man, like this is really good. And I think one reason I've been focusing more on it lately is because the game I played previous to this was the first Witcher game. Which,
Oh, no.
which you know had some not the best voice acting, and so going from that to Baldur's Gate 3, like just the performances are so I don't know, they're so rich, really, and it's made me think about playing games in the past and how far I think a lot of games have come with voice acting and performance and stuff. And Baldur's Gate, I think, does that really well. And then how, kind of like what Will's talking about, they're able to integrate all these different moments that happen with these characters that can happen at different times in different places with other side characters around. And it never seems out of place or like it was like, you know, some cookie cutter that was moved from one thing to another. It all seems very natural, which is really cool. And it just adds to the, I guess, experience of playing this game and getting to know all of the characters in it. But
I want to like games like this. I want to.
You probably could. I would just don't play it multiplayer, and then you'll probably have a good time.
I don't play multiplayer and probably play it on like a really easy difficulty, right? Like
It's not as hard as Divinity 2.
okay.
Because I played on like the middle difficulty in Divinity, and it was still really, really hard. I can't imagine the weird people who play those games on like tactical or honor mode or whatever, because like on just regular difficulty, game is super hard. Baldur's Gate 3, regular difficulty, I would say it's not too difficult, but there is like an even easier mode, like the adventure mode or whatever. And if you just want to experience like the story and have fun with the combat and not have to worry too much about the tactics of combat, then it's probably a suitable difficulty.
I would maybe do that because I feel like I would be in it for mostly for like the story.
I think you can change the difficulty too. So like I actually probably recommend starting with the
normal
default
and then
difficulty, and then if it's really bothering you too much, then knocking it down. Divinity, like you even on regular difficulty, every fight you felt like you're fighting for your life.
Isn't Baldur's Gate? Isn't it kind of a funny game too? I feel like I've heard it's funny. Like there's like
there are moments that can be funny. It's more
It's like going on an adventure,
yeah.
okay.
I would say.
Going on an adventure.
And it depends what you want your character to be like. Like you can make some of the moments funnier based off of the decisions you make, and some of your companions are kind of funny people, and they can be funny at times. I don't know who you have with you right now, Will, but
I have Shadowheart, Asterion, and Gale, and Will is waiting for me back at camp.
okay.
But I haven't taken him anywhere.
Okay.
I'm
There's-
thinking of
there's another
replacing
companion-
Asterion with Will, just because every single thing I do, he disapproves of my every single action. But
The problem with you is that you are playing a warlock, and Will is a warlock, so you'd essentially have two of the same class. Well, I mean, actually, you can reclass Will if you'd like. Actually, with
oh, you can.
yeah. Have you got to that point in the game yet where you can?
No,
No. Okay. Well,
no.
I won't spoil that then. But
Okay,
you unlock that later. So
Okay, cool. I'm not super far into the game. I'm maybe 3.5 hours in.
okay.
So I think it's like a 100-hour game. So
Probably.
Oh my god.
So yeah, but yeah,
That's a lot of hours.
it is a lot of hours.
So many.
I did put excuse me, I did put just recently 70 hours into Final Fantasy 16. So that was
Dang. You beat it?
yeah, I beat it. Yeah, I've got 2 trophies left to the platinum. That's just New Game Plus trophies, so I'll get those eventually. I really don't want to go back and play through New Game Plus immediately. No.
Too angsty?
Well, there's just other things I want to play, and the game's weird. How do I put this? So the New Game Plus it'll probably be more fun than the first playthrough, just because you can get the story. Like, you already know the story. You can skip the cutscenes if you want to focus on gameplay. It's kind of one of those games where it's like, okay, congratulations, you've beaten the game. Now you get to play the game. Like, once you get 5/6 of the way through the game, you get your last ability. You kind of start gathering abilities throughout the game.
Yeah.
And like it's the most fun ability in the whole entire game. It's amazing. It's so much fun.
What does it do?
So basically, it's going to be hard to describe because of how the game builds its mechanics, but you get a sword, so you can activate the sword, and every strike that you deal to an enemy and the associated abilities, they're called icon abilities, with this certain, they're called icons, and you can cycle between them. Think of them like different powers or different suits or something like that you can try out. You can equip 3 of them at a time, but once every attack associated with this certain one is builds a gauge, and once that gauge hits 5, or once you've upgraded, once that gauge hits 5, you can release like an almost insta-kill attack to smaller enemies, and to bigger enemies like a huge chunk of damage. And it looks so cool, and it feels super cool to execute, because you have to, like, the attacks can be hard to hit sometimes on because they have a lot of startup and you have to connect them pretty hard. So it's super satisfying to like connect all the attacks and then hit the instant kill button. But it kind of makes the game trivial because I was running a set of 3
kill button.
Well, it's not. It's kind of, yeah. It's on like the New Game Plus mode is a harder difficulty. Like, it actually increases the level cap and increases the difficulty of everything. New enemies, everything. So it might be more challenging, but I would get into a rhythm of send out a bunch of the abilities that automatically attack, send some protection, stun the enemies, go into my insta kill attack, then pop the insta kill, and repeat over and over and over again. And it's almost like getting gameplay down to a science. So that's why I'm not like super interested in doing New Game Plus right away, is because it's just the same cycle over and over again. And I'm hoping that it's going to challenge me to mix up my abilities, but I don't have that much faith in the game, because I just did basically 70 hours of 1, 2, 3. Even though I didn't get the ability till the end, it would be 20 more hours of ding, 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 over and over again. Yeah. So kind of like what you ran into in Ghost of Tsushima.
With the triangle
where
circle?
You just press triangle and circle to start off the fight, and you just kill everything.
Well,
and
I got that ability super early in the game too.
Yeah,
that was one of the mythic quest things. I got that like super early, so like I never had to change stances. Ever,
yeah,
because
exactly.
If it was an enemy, I had to switch. I would just use that for my first hit, and then it'd be stagger, and then I would just gut them.
That's actually the perfect way to think of it. Imagine if you did a single stance, did all your attacks in it, switched to your second stance, did all your attacks, then switch to the third and final stance, did all your attacks, execute the instant kill, and then you win the battle. And then if that doesn't work, you just go back to page 1. Boom. 2, 3.
Thanks.
1, 2, 3. So anyway, finish that. Done with that. Kind of thankful for it.
Sounds like a fun experience.
I mean,
Great game.
I had fun.
Great game.
I had fun.
How was the story? How was the story, Will?
Oh, man.
How was it? Was it worth it? Is it worth it?
How many candy corns out of 10 would Landon rate it?
It's like a 3.75 candy corns out of 10.
That's not.
It's bad.
It's not a lot of candy corn.
It's only bad.
That means it's better because I don't have to eat as much candy.
It's only bad because it just falls right into typical. Like, it starts off so different, and then it just falls right into every single Final Fantasy trope you can possibly.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
So if you don't like Final Fantasy tropes, you're not gonna like the story. So I mean, I'm gonna spoil it for a little bit for
do not.
people who don't care. Guess what? You have to kill a god in the end that has control over a lot of things, and you have to use your will and the people that believe in you to overcome the god that's the powerful god. And it's like, okay, like this is like every other Final Fantasy game. This is every Persona game. This is every
was this also like a villain that you like that showed up at the last minute? Because I know a lot of Final Fantasy games do that.
Halfway through the game, he kind of shows up and he comes in and out, but he's kind of separate from the other villains, kind of, until the end when you realize, oh, he was working for the main god villain all along, and it's like, okay, great, I'm bored. So yeah, it's kind of not a great story. I mean, the execution of the story is 10 out of 10.
Yeah, the cinematic,
production value. There's a fight that is probably one of the greatest fights in maybe all of like video game history, just cinematic wise. It's kind of crazy.
Okay.
But I mean, play it if you're gonna play it for the cinematic, like crazy, massive, like, you know, if you like mech fights, basically, you know, like giant.
Not for me.
Then you play it, but if you don't, you're not gonna enjoy it. So
I'm trying to play Disco Elysium.
Yeah, I need to play that.
I'm like maybe 90 minutes into it. It's really good. I just struggle to like sit down and play.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I get that. Sometimes it's hard because, at least for me, if you're trying to force yourself to play something, you just sit down, you can't really get into it. You know, it almost has to be, I'm almost at the unfortunate will of my own mind of like, okay, what am I interested in? And I'm just going to keep doing that. It's what I
want to play, but I just like, I don't like my urge to play video games is like fairly.
Yeah. Maybe you need a long break.
I feel like I've been on a pretty big break. Like I've had fun playing like It Takes Two. I'm like 3 levels through that, which I've had fun playing that with Aubrey.
But you have to play it with another person.
And then I like when I'm playing Disco Elysium, I'm like, it's really good.
Yeah.
But it's also just like, it's very dense.
It's like eating a giant chocolate bar, you know?
That's not what I was.
It's like eating a giant
candy corn.
So like generally, like I feel like reading a book
That'd
is
be
like
fun. Just
like playing most video games is like a semi-involved. Like you're having to play, but like it's not like if you're playing like Call of Duty campaign, like you're not like you don't have to be always like you could be like tuned in for like the cutscenes. And then when you're playing like the gameplay, like you can kind of like halfway turn your brain off. You know what I mean? Like, so when you're reading a book, like you have to be like 100% in it. I feel like playing Disco Elysium is like you have to, it's like another level of like having to be paying attention because there is so much information. Like it's like reading a book and playing a video game and watching a movie at the same, like there's like so much going on.
Well, and you have to, this is going to sound really dumb, but the hardest part for me was comprehending what every single dialogue option that I could choose meant and what I wanted to say, what the predicted outcome would be.
Yeah.
Because there were so many times where it's like, I don't even know what this dialogue option means. Like, and I kind of want to pick it and see more like what it turns out. But there's also like, they also throw into a political aspect of it where you can politically be a certain way. You can be more communist. You can be more conservative, more fascist. Yeah. And that's another layer on top of the reading comprehension and the video game and the choices. And it's just all compresses into it's almost like a candy corn where you have one color.
Shut up,
the next layer and you have the top layer.
It all tastes the same. So like it's not a good comp. Stop. But it's also like you're also in a fictional world too. They drop you in as this character that like is having like a bout of like
amnesia,
alcohol infused amnesia, like or alcohol caused like because he's a drunk. So like your character doesn't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on because it's a completely fictional world, and like the amount of lore, like in depth to everything, like is insane.
It hits you like a fire hose.
Like the attention to detail with everything. Like there's like random like NPCs that you talk to that have probably like more depth than like probably like all the characters in like a Final Fantasy 16 game like combined probably. So,
like, every single character combined would not be up to the depth of Kuno.
Kuno's great.
Kuno's my home.
Punch Kuno in the
I cannot believe you punched Kuno.
He respected me after me though.
Did you go to his house?
Yeah, dude, I'm there.
Okay.
He told me where was that, man.
Did you find any of his family members?
Not yet. I'm trying to find one of them. I told him I'd find one of them.
Okay.
Told him I'd find his dad. It's a new side quest I have, which I never was able to, on my previous attempt at playing the game, I never got any of that unlocked because like I failed like a bunch of skill checks. Like,
okay.
So I've already made like, I think more like I probably played like 4 hours the first time. And I think I've already made more progress to like making it to the Union people than I did like, in my past. Like I did way more dialogue so far on my other.
Once you get to the Union people, things pick up.
Well, that's exciting because all the stuff I did before was really interesting. I just got stuck. Like I literally, because I'm stupid in adventure game like RPG. I'm just stupid. Like so, I'm pretty sure I'm either stupid or.
Did you make your character stupid or
no? I made my character like
you can make your character stupid.
I think I made my character like the charismatic choice. Like
did you make your character like candy corn?
And then I guess the question to you, Dave, the white checks that you can like redo, like is it just always worth trying them then, or should you wait till your chances improve sometimes? So somewhere it's like,
I guess it depends. Like I guess
check.
it depends
like
how
a skill check,
like how much of a increase in possibility the check will give once you increase the skill.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, because you have lots of opportunities to increase your stats. I think more so than you might think.
Unlocks,
so
right?
So you'll get opportunities to redo skill checks.
Try them.
Yeah, those white checks. So
because it's fun, like trying to like do one when it's like low and like you get it, and
like,
it's pretty fun. You're like, oh yeah, like
like I said, I think it might have been before recording, but I got a really important story white check. I got the
boxcar.
But I got boxcars, and that was crazy because it was like a 1% chance of success.
Yeah, heck yeah!
I was like, oh yeah, boxcars, baby.
I tried to shoot the body down.
I did,
and I hit it. I hit the body. Like I was like, oh no.
I think I might have let Kim shoot it.
I let him shoot first, and I said, "Give me the gun." And then Kuno asked for it. I almost told him.
And then when you get the body down, and then you learn like how much you've tampered with the evidence, and
oh, it's bad. It's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. Yeah, the body's already rotten though. It's been hanging there for like 7 days. So
yeah,
I definitely screwed it up. But I've been just watching like a ton of Boardwalk Empire. Yeah, it's like, but you guys got it. Like, I feel like Dave especially would like it. Like the era is like so good. Like just perfect.
I think I watched like 4 episodes.
It's good.
And yeah, it was
great actors, great cast. I didn't know like in season 2, Charlie Cox comes in, and he's great in the show. As like he plays like he's like over from Ireland, and he was like I think when did the IRA like the Freedom Fighter group start? Like he's like part of that organization.
Okay.
Like, but he's over for like certain reasons. Like, and his character is so cool. And there's like this one. There's like tons of like great, like there's so many good characters and so many like interesting like threads. Like it kind of feels like Game of Thrones, but like 1920s.
1920s.
Like yeah. So really good gangster stuff, like all the bootlegging and like deals with like themes of like all the like the poor people that went and fought in World War I that like clearly all have like PTSD, but like that wasn't like known back then. So they're all just like severely damaged people that like nobody knows what's wrong with them. Like, so there's some like good themes with that, and then you guys should all watch it. Michael Shannon's in it too. His character's unhinged. Like such a lucky boy.
I'm always thinking of that whenever I hear Michael Shannon. Such a lucky boy. I know you're here today. I gotta go now, or something like that. So good.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm almost done with season 3 out of 5. So,
nice.
Yeah. Get your good Steve Buscemi fix. He just got like his character got a concussion, like a really bad concussion last episode. So he's like walking around, he's like saying like completely like bonkers stuff. And I like want to find like a clip of it because it's just like he like walks in and he's like, "It's our birthday," like but like in the Steve Buscemi type. He's like, "It's time to cut the cake." Like,
does he go bowling?
He doesn't go bowling, no. But like it's just like, and then someone's like, they're like, "Oh, you're here for the birthday?" He's like, "Whose birthday?" I don't know. Like it's just like acting like a crazy person. I'll have to find the clip somewhere. Like it's just silly. I love Steve Buscemi.
Funny.
Your wife, Jerry. What about your wife?
Man.
So besides Final Fantasy 16, I talked about a bit. I released a new video today.
Stealth drop.
Yeah, stealth drop. I actually didn't tell anybody about this one until it was today, and dedicated it to Ben because he loves Alan Wake. So it's about Alan Wake, and it's about how I guess I said in the video how cohesively creative it is. in kind of its story, gameplay, and mechanics. And
How cohesive it is, or
cohesively creative. So its story is creative in a lot of ways, and that affects the gameplay, and that affects even the collectibles. And all of them share themes, and all of them are connected. And it puts other games to shame about, like, I don't want to say too much because I think the video says most of it, but it's I think more games should look to Alan Wake as not an example of, not try to copy what it does, but as an example of, oh, here's how story, gameplay, and like something simple like collectible mechanics all tie together. I mean, it's not perfect. I even mentioned in the video it's not perfect, but it's a really good example of combining all three of those into one.
Yeah, I'll have to play it at some point.
I would highly recommend. It's really fun, and it reminds me of a cheesy action horror film, like the story does. Yeah.
Okay, you're selling me.
Yeah,
selling me on it. Is it scary?
Like almost like if Twin Peaks and Twilight Zone had a baby.
Oh dang!
Yeah,
I'm in.
So if you like Twin Peaks or Twilight Zone, I would recommend
Twin Peaks. I like watching.
I like both.
Like,
Twin Peaks is so good. Michael, have you seen Twin Peaks?
No.
Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks.
Nothing else. No, I've not.
Oh man, it's.
I feel like
I saw the Psych episode that was.
Oh yeah, that was based on it.
Inspired by it. Yeah.
Well, one of the characters, the same actors are the same. The actor who plays Leland Palmer.
No, there's a bunch of them.
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I'll have to go back to the Psych episode because he was the only one I recognized.
Yeah, there's
I
like
saw the
5 or 6
first.
of them. Yeah, in that episode.
I would probably like Twin Peaks now. I think I watched like the pilot when I was like 16 or something.
Yeah,
I didn't like get it.
Well, it's just a weird mix of really weird but really interesting.
Isn't it like really creepy too?
It's creepy,
You just
and
have to watch. Like, there's nothing it compares to. Like,
well, it's David Lynch.
Honestly,
right?
it's unpredictable. It's unpredictable. I think Dave can attest to this. What directions it goes, like you're never gonna guess what the next episode is gonna be about, almost. And that's on like a macro overall story level. At least I only watched up to halfway through season 2 or something like that. But that's also on a micro level. Well, these characters are just bonkers sometimes, where they'll just do random stuff. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I've watched one of his movies. What was the one I watched?
Blue Velvet.
Yeah, that movie's freaking weird.
Pops Blue Ribbon.
That guy's character's insane. That might be like one of the craziest people I've ever like. His like character's like so over the top. Like,
Did you like Blue Velvet?
it felt like a fever dream. I think I kind of liked it, but it was just really weird.
Okay.
I kind of like things that feel like fever dreams sometimes. Like I've never done acid before, but I'd like to feel like watching something. No, I haven't.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, you really strike me as just like an avid acid user.
Employment chances going down. But no. Yeah, no. Like I feel like sometimes trippy movies are a gateway into a world I'll never understand.
Yeah, that's true.
What a deep comment.
No, that is a great
It
comment.
wasn't really that.
I like that comment.
It's the premise for the next Christopher Nolan movie.
Trippy.
Tripception. Tripper Stellar. People are going to be so confused because we saw you. We understood what you were like.
I was doing the scene with the bookshelf.
Yeah.
Spoilers. Great scene.
Yep.
Made to a mockery by modern meme culture.
Yeah.
like almost every
The Instagram reels.
Yeah,
That, like, there's so many Interstellar Instagram reels.
Yeah.
From the Matthew McConaughey crying to
Me.
Matthew
him like crying on the spaceship. Like,
Yeah, he's like,
Oh, that scene is so good.
scene-
it's so
Yeah.
good. Another scene ruined
by modern meme culture.
by modern.
Almost every powerful scene from Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul ruined by modern meme culture.
This thing. It's all about me.
Well, anything else you guys want to talk about?
I think I'm good.
I think we're good.
I think I'm
Yeah.
satisfied with this conversation.
Cool. Yeah, I think I'm good too.
Yeah. I'm going to the coast this weekend.
I thought you can walk.
I can walk.
I thought you said you were good.
I'm good. I'm healed.
No, I meant like you're done talking.
No, I was just saying I'll have to talk about.
He's like, yeah, I'm good. So I'm going to the
No. That's a teaser. That's a teaser. I wasn't going to say anything else.
So tell us in
No, I'm not saying anything else. I just said I'm going to the coast
Thank
this weekend.
goodness.
That's all I'm saying. I'm going to the coast this weekend. Goodbye.
You're going there to eat candy corn, aren't you? Away from everybody else.
I only do it out of state.
There is a big candy corn factory on Oregon coast. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening. We'll be back
Yeah.
later.
Tillamook Corn Factory.
Freshly
yeah,
shucked right here.
We will be back next week with another episode of the Hotkeys podcast.
That
You
is true.
sound like the Michael Shannon meme.
I'm just really sorry.
Hotkeys boy.
My words are slurring.
Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, Dave. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
I hope you sleep really well.
Live long and prosper.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of the Hotkeys podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, CastBox, YouTube, and other podcasting platforms. Visit our website, www.hotkeyspodcast.com. Follow us on Twitter at Hotkeys Podcast and join our Facebook group at facebook.com/HKHotkeys. Please like and review us and subscribe to the show on whichever platforms you use. Finally, you can contact us via email at hosts@hotkeyspodcast.com.